Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to a match in progress. This is my 6-3 USA lineup, and it has several vehicles of a lower battle rating that still perform fantastically, and we'll see them get to play today. So, it is tonight, and I did World War mode, star number 1 again. Finished it off with a few battles earlier today, and that was nice. It's also very nice that the event was open for like 12 hours at a time today, which is better than getting ammo racked, I assure you. And now I'm grinding out my daily tasks so I can get the new Tigor decal. And I had a task to get 2 kills with a tank destroyer. Got those in my first battle. And then I brought out my 6-3 lineup again for a second battle, where my objective was to get a double strike and win the match, and thus the AU-1. I have another motive for flying the Golden Premium Corsair. This attacker is not only a fantastic plane, but it has also received a minor improvement to its flight model. The authority of the control surfaces has been increased at all speeds. So now it flies a little bit more like a Corsair and a little bit less like a Focke-Wulf, which is generally a good thing. And there's our double strike. So with one 1,000-pound bomb left and 1/2 of our objective complete, I was having a good time. And you might be able to tell from the fact that this is a video that things turned out fairly well for me. And a quick few kills is definitely a good way to start off the match. We have a good amount of SP, even though it still costs a lot of spawn points to get into an attacker. And the bomb goes out. It looks good. Looks a little close to that allied plane, but them's the breaks when you're flying close to the ground, I suppose. Hopefully we didn't blow off too much of his plane with that friendly bomb. And a successful strafing run on an M24 of all things. Looks like, is that a French one? Louis Baguette for the win. But what are we up to already? Let's see, 1 and then 2 and then 2. Or was it 2 and 1? No, 2 and 1 and 1. We're up to 5 kills. Do you like my math? So the AU-1 still does compress fairly hard at higher speeds, and that's just the way things are. You can see we're compressing pretty hard there, but this ain't our first rodeo in the AU-1, and we are flying a little bit risky, but there's just so much going on right now. This battle is really popping. And I'm loving the desert maps in War Thunder because there's so much less to conceal a tank's position from the air. They really work out nicely for CAS gameplay. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it? Pop flaps here, and because they're asymmetrical, it really messed with our flight. And I kind of feel like taking on this wrpl just because I can. So I felt like I sprayed the turret quite a bit, but I guess those rounds didn't count. We did get some kills in the crew compartment though, so that will probably become an assist at some point. And we seem to have a good amount of spawn points. So at this point, as the announcer says, let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close, and I have to agree. This was a very encouraging excuse me. Oh, folks say you go to Vegas, you gotta try the buffet. But this is my tiger cat, and this is how she flies. She a big old thick girl, kind of reminds me of the Phantom, now that I'm an ace Phantom pilot. That's a ground strike ace, in case you were wondering. Man, those things carry a lot of ordnance. But you get issues with these big old girls when you can't really see around the booty when you're lining up certain attacks. So that's just something to keep in mind. Tuck that feather into your cap for later, I suppose. But the Tiger Cat is definitely, and this being the premium variant, of course, is definitely not lacking in offensive armament with 420s, and I think it's 650 cals mounted fairly tightly together, so you end up with some very effective forward-facing firepower. I kind of felt like that 1,000-pounder should have landed closer than apparently it did to that Tiger, but them's the breaks, and we're still doing fairly well. Right now, our team has complete dominance of the map, and I was feeling pretty good. I expected to get a nice little W out of this match, and thus my daily task complete. But things are about to get a little more dicey. By the way, you may have noticed I'm trying something a little bit different with this video. My videos have not been very popular lately, and there might be some things I can do to fix that. I think that a lot of people are just not watching as many videos right now. That tends to be the case in summertime. People play less games and watch less videos, unless those people are me, and then it all stays the same. But I am going to try to make a little bit shorter videos, so that means no replays today. But I hope you enjoy this match anyway. Now, time to respawn, and I just felt like memeing a little bit. So T-28, the tank destroyer that sits at a 6.3 battle rating, which is oh wait, is it an entire, no, it's 7.0 still, right? I can't remember. The T-95 gets an additional 0.7 battle rating because of some side skirts, and that's about it. So I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that this is a premium vehicle, that it sits at such an ideal BR, but you see a lot less ATGMs and Heat FS at this tier, with a maximum up tier being a 7.3, and that's really probably not the best time to bring out your T-95, but still a good half of what you could face. And I was just about to give them the old GG when I realized, hold on a second, the enemy team is pushing hard. So I might have been better behoven to have chosen something with a little bit more go. But now it's time to play the turtle game and face rock the enemy, and just see if we can't pick up a kill or two and maybe support our teammates as they close in on the enemy. I still feel like I have a license to play a little bit cautiously. The T-28 definitely cannot survive getting flanked or surrounded or targeted at close range, as its cannon breach, or sorry, its muzzle brake is massive. Everybody can one-shot your cannon if they can aim carefully, and then flanking and spanking this poor hefty girl is criminally easy. Another thing that was, well, I mean, solid assist, solid kill assist right there. I would say killing that tiger was too easy with him being all side on and whatnot, but we whiffed our shot a little bit there, didn't we? Every now and then, I regret not taking another fraction of a second to aim, but then again, I suppose my teammate would have blapped him anyway, so it is what it be, as they do say. Enemy tickets are just about gone, but they're fairly well spread out on the battlefield here and actually holding all 3 capture zones. My own reinforcements all behind me? When did the T-28 become the front line? Are we going up against Maginot here? But the German team had a clean sweep of that entire front line, and now only people that were dug into defensive position or who have by now respawned are on the battlefield. At this point, ground control belongs to the enemy, and our tickets are diminishing fairly rapidly. Even so, as we finally pick up the assist on that whirlwind, all we need is 1 or 2 more kills and we'll have it. So here's to hoping. Duck comes in and we manage to trade a few shots of our own. He didn't have the best aim or the best judgment going for the T-28, especially from that angle, so I haven't put a premium on targeting him and shooting him out of the sky, especially since any enemy in an aircraft at this point is really helping them lose the match. More than anything else, we need to deal with their ground forces, so if we could take them down, blind shot on an SPAA, that'll do nicely. That'll be just peachy. And top mounted 50 cal comes through for us. We don't need to reposition with these firing angles, and this particular mounting works out fairly nicely for the T-28, as you can see. Even so, the Duck is a fairly tough bird, fowl of the air, and that HS-129 pilot just refuses to slam into the ground the way a Duck was always meant to do. Enemy team really cleaning up our ground forces and doing a fantastic job of bringing the fight back to us. For the most part, it seems like they're not really overextending, and we got a ghost ping there. That's where you get hit on one side of your tank, and for whatever reason, the little "you've been hit" red dash indicator shows up on the wrong side, on the opposite side of your tank. So it almost faked me out and got me to go completely side onto that Panther. So Gaijin, fix your things, please. And also, I was lucky enough to realize what happened, judging from the probability that more than likely that shot actually came from the village. Not sure where that round came in from because, oh, look, downstream right by the beat point. The mission is now accomplished. We got a couple of kills there thanks to my teammates that picked those up, and with them, that victory I was hoping for. Good rewards in terms of RP, mostly wasted, and silver lions that I'll tuck away with the rest of them. But a daily task, always nice. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this slightly shorter video, and I will get around to making a replays video at some point soon as well. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.